Welcome to Black is the New Fashion, where fashion meets storytelling. And I am here with the one and only Jess for our very first episode. Jess is the founder, CEO, and fashion designer of Irregular Exposure and the author of An Irregular Love Story. So join me in welcoming our very first guest, Jess.
Thank you so much.
I am so excited to be sitting here with you.
Likewise.
I've already told you how this felt like it was just manifested, meant to be.
Yes.
So I want to start things off by you just really telling us who is Jess.
Okay. So many different facets to me. I am a Christian, faith-based woman of God. I am low-key a comedian. If you got to really know me to know that part. I am a creative. I just love to remain inspired. I am definitely a leader, definitely someone that leads and mentors every single day of my life. There's so many different parts of me. I'm a foodie, I'm a traveler, I'm a student as well. I love to learn from people. I love to read and stay inspired and stay educated. So I would say that's who I am.
Well, I love that. All the different facets.
Yes.
We are not a monolith. So I love that you would represent that to the fullest. And in your new book, An Irregular Love Story, you actually talk about the different parts of you. So before we dive into the fashion, which I know a lot of people know you for, can you tell us a little bit about the book, where it came from, and how you kind of got the inspiration to write it?
Yes. So An Irregular Love Story was actually birthed years ago. So I had went through some challenging, trying times in life. I would say in like 2020, I had like hit a wall where I just felt like, what is going on, God? Everything that I'm gonna say actually 2021, not 2020, but it was kind of like I came off of this like amazing high. 2020 was amazing, everything was going well, and then 2021, life just started to look a way that I never imagined it to. Life started life. I had never seen life in this way, and I'm like, okay, God, you're truly calling me, and you need my attention. And I had never seen anything like what my life looked like. It was kind of like just unreal. It was very surreal. And I had no choice but to go to God. I had no choice but to get not necessarily isolated, but just understand that He is my everything. And I already had known those things prior to, but it was my soul and my spirit was taken to a new height in that season. And I remember in therapy one day, my therapist was like, "Why aren't you writing? Like, your story is so beautiful." And I'm like in the middle of tears, breaking down like,
what you mean, right?
Yeah, she's like, you need to write through this. You need to be writing. And I'm like, I knew in my spirit I would write a book one day. I just didn't know when. And I'm like, I can't write this right now. I'm not in a space to do it. So I kept putting it off. I was telling my team I want to write a book, kept putting it off. I feel like in October 2021, I was in my house doing a very deep prayer like I always do. And I remember God had instructed me at the end of prayer to write a love letter to my business. And it was a time where it was just like frustrating. We finally were like feeling like we could see again, like things were coming back up. We were doing well. And then we got this news that some of our inventory was going to be held because of COVID-19 having another outbreak in China. So we were like, oh. And it was right before Black Friday, which is our most important day. Like this was so important. And I'm like, God, you want me to write a love letter to this company that is driving me up and down?
It's my problem child right now.
Yes, but I wrote it and I was very specific. And I just realized in that moment how in love I was with what I do, how passionate I was, how driven I was. And I was like, it just unlocked a different level. And it was kind of like God revealed to me, like, you got everything you need.
I feel like God will definitely get our attention one way or another.
Yeah.
Looking back, of course, we can see all the pieces connect.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
But I feel like the title of the book, An Irregular Love Story, the title of your company, your brand, Irregular Exposure, tells us more about you as well. So, like, can you tell us where that came from? And, like, what is an irregular girl? Is that you? I mean, I feel like it's me.
Yes.
But I want to know, where did that come from?
So, Irregular Exposure was birthed when I was 14 years old. And I was enrolled in the NAACP's youth entrepreneurship program. And I remember within that program, I came up with the name for the brand. I was already like doing a little bit of sewing and designing and like deconstructing and reconstructing things. I used to reconstruct my uniforms. And I mean, I just started already getting into my creative gist, but I was definitely digesting it a little bit more. And I remember saying, okay, I got to come up with a name. And I went home one day after class and I shared a bit with my sister when we were teenagers. And I remember telling her like, big sis, I got to come up with a name for my brand. And I'm like, I'm so irregular. I want it to be irregular something. She's like, why don't you just call it Irregular Exposure? And the reason that I went with that is because there was a footwear line. It was like the first designer footwear that I ever had owned. I had begged my mom to buy me these shoes from this store called Irregular Choice, which is a UK-based brand that makes like super funky, crazy shoes. And I would always try to like design outfits to go with shoes from Irregular Choice. And my mom would literally save money just to buy me a pair of like moccasins from Irregular Choice. And I remember I used to wear these shoes all day, every day and make outfits to go with them. So Irregular was the first portion, and then Exposure, because I'm from Baltimore and there was a salon called Double Exposure when I was growing up. And I remember their marketing was amazing. I would hear about Double Exposure on the radio, billboards, word of mouth was crazy. Everybody said, you got to go to Double Exposure. And it was really the first time I had saw Black women as like leaders and bosses. I'm like, that is so inspiring. And I was so inspired seeing these young Black women like running the city in this way. And they were such bosses. So I had Irregular and Exposure, put them together. And I never changed the name. I never wanted to switch the name. I've just always stayed with that. And we have a saying that, we are an attainable luxury label for baddies that say their prayers. So we really want people to not just understand who they are, but understand who you are within God. And that's my biggest goal for people. So that's something that we're really pushing forward now. We have scriptures in our marketing now. When you get your thank you cards, there's scriptures on the back. When you get your invoice, there's scriptures, just very small and specific and detailed. And if you catch it, you catch it. So it's just like helping women understand like, if I do open my Bible and go to this scripture, what does it say? And if you read it, you start understanding like, dang, I got some purpose. I'm chosen. Like I'm really that girl. I'm an irregular girl.
Period.
So that's what we're looking to do, is just help people understand who they are, but going through God first to figure it out.
I love that. And I think a part of your success is just you being authentically yourself, whether people accept it or not. And it is conveyed, I think, in every aspect, even in talking to you in the clothing. But I want to talk about a few things you said. You dropped a few gems. Okay. So you said you looked up to other young Black women. Yes. They were bosses. You are that now. Yes. But I want to talk about maybe the side that people don't see. What does it take? What did it take for you to become this like empire that you are today? And what don't people know?
Oh man, it took so much. I think honestly, lately in this season, like recently, I just started realizing how much it took to get here. I already knew that I had a insane journey that like many would have like a long time ago. Like they would have been like, I'm done with this. I'm getting a job. Like I know that. But I think recently it's really been revealed to me by just sitting back and letting God show me who's around me. So I have amazing people around me now, like Josie, my director of marketing.
Off camera, but you guys will have to meet her later.
That girl, okay? But like she reminds me sometimes, and I'm like, I need to do this, or I want to do it this way. She's like, I don't think you realize who you are. Like, you're at that level. And I just have amazing people that remind me of that. Amazing family and friends that remind me of that. But something that people don't know, it's so many parts. I would say people don't know that we went broke. Literally, we one day had negative $32. And I am somebody that was a multimillionaire at one point. So literally COVID, the recession, debt that was caused by those things. We went completely broke when I say broke one day, we were like, and I had nothing to do but be transparent. So I came in the office and I was like, and it's crazy because we still were having 5 and 6 figure months. That's the insane part. But people don't understand that you have to be a good steward of it and have cash flow. So we were being good stewards. We were not spending all of our money. No, we had certain responsibilities. I had a certain overhead. And I had this huge tax bill that popped up over $120,000. And then we had another huge 6-figure bill that popped up, which I mentioned in the book as well. And that was insane. So all of our savings was just kind of like gone. So yeah, I literally prayed about it. I cried, and then I came in the office, and Josie was the only person here. And I was like, I gotta be honest with you. I was like, we don't have no money today. And she was like, okay, so what's the goal? What we gotta do? How much we gotta make? And I was like,
did you hear me?
I was like, we don't have no money, girl. I don't have no money. I've never not had money. I'm a rich girl. We don't have money today. And literally, it happened so quickly. Like it happens so quickly. And another big reason for it was that we had shut down one of our most successful companies. So I have another company called the Fashionpreneur Academy. And God had already told me like a year and a half before to shut it down. And he had spoke to me so many times about it. And
Clearly,
I didn't.
I'm sure. Yeah.
And so I'm like, I finally shut it down. And I shut it down. And boy, did we see like, oh, that was a big chunk of change. So we shut that down like 2 months prior. But yeah, I came in the office. I told Josie, like, we don't have money today. Like, you know, we'll have some tomorrow. Thank God we have amazing sales coming in. We'll be back at 5 figures tomorrow. But today,
first of all, wait a minute. You said we'll be back at 5 figures tomorrow. So I just need to jump in.
Because you gotta wait for the checks to clear.
But most people can't say that.
God is good.
God is all the time.
It's not me. It is that I am doing this for God's glory. It is not me. So literally, Joseph was like, so how much we gotta make? We got on the black couch over there and prayed for a long time. Like, I mean, we don't just talk to God when we need something. We talk to him all the time.
Like, give me direction.
Collectively. Yes. So we just prayed and prayed and prayed. I just kept thinking, God, that I got a right hand on my team that's willing to rock. Because think about it. This is my staff member. They could be like, we out there. I'm out. I'm going to get another job. But she was, I just want you to know if this sink ever ships, I'm going down with it.
Period.
I was like, bet. So she was like, how much we got to make? When I tell you within, I'm going to say like 2 weeks, she ended up producing a revenue over 30,000. Within 90 days, we were back up with our bank account at over $250,000. So
that's a testimony.
What?
I feel like when one door closes, another door opens, and sometimes we don't see it, but God will always say, just trust me. And we have faith, which is what you both did.
Yes.
Oh my God, that story is amazing. And the fact that you're even sharing that with people to let them know, like, don't give up, keep going, or trust the process.
As an entrepreneur, you're going to go up and down, up and down, up and down. But also, we had to understand, like, God, we are praying for this overflow. We're praying to get out of debt. Because we used credit cards last year for things. Like, we're praying, we're doing this your way. We are not doing anything outside of your will. So like, why can't we make it? And one day in the middle of our $250,000 season, we were in here at 1 a.m. shipping orders, like the whole team. And I was like, this is crazy. We should not be in here at 1 a.m. But I'm like, what a blessing that our problem isn't getting customers. What a blessing that we're able to make $10,000 in a day. What a blessing that we have the freedom to do that. But you know, God, how do we get to that place of having negative 32? What happened? And we realized, like, God was like, y'all can't keep operating this the way that you're doing it. Yes, you're doing great. Yes, you're a great leader. Yes, both of you guys are great leaders, but we need to hire more team members. So here we are now. It was just me and Josie at that time employed. This was like 6 months ago. This was not years ago. Okay?
Like, this just happened.
This just happened. Here we are 3 months later after that. We ended up hiring a new staff member just for fulfillment because we had so many orders. Then here we are now. She's currently training her assistant. She has a new promotion and salary. Okay. So, and she's now director of marketing. So it's like, if you just let God do it. So we just stopped trying to get in his way. And what's crazy is what we were manifesting as far as promotions and job opportunities for people were less than where we are today. So yeah, I think that's something that people don't know, and you would not expect that. And this happens so often. I was talking to another girlfriend of mine that's a fashion designer. She was like, I don't know how I'm gonna pay my staff this week. I don't have any sales. Like, this happens. I have another friend that's a huge designer that just got a job because it is rough out here. The economy is a mess. Economically, it is really challenging to be an entrepreneur. So for us to be blessed to be in a place where we're hiring and scaling and growing and back up, that is nothing but a testament to God.
I agree 100%. And then you doing this, like you say, you're 32 years old.
I'll be 32 in September.
You'll be 32. You're very young.
Yes.
To have the amount of success that you've had. What advice would you give to other entrepreneurs in the fashion industry who are looking to do the same thing?
The most important, I keep saying it, but the most important part of your journey is God. If you think you're going to do this yourself, I feel so bad for you.
Like, you're going to learn.
Like, the word says that if you humble yourself, if you exalt yourself, you'll be humbled. But if you're humbled, he will exalt you. So just humble yourself now, because baby, if you don't humble yourself, he will get your attention. 100%
of the time.
And it's not going to be fun. So definitely put God first in your decision making, in your partnerships, in your relationships. And be in the details, like how you treat your staff, how you treat your partners, your factories, your suppliers, how you communicate. Make sure that you're operating within good faith with everything you do. Make sure it's on good soil and good ground. And literally, fashion design is nothing but it's truly a faith walk, because you're putting out products and designs and spending thousands of dollars on products in advance without knowing what the world thinks. And you're hoping for sales, and you're competing with hundreds of thousands of brands. So you have to, it's only God that's going to bring you the customers. It's only God that's going to bring you the products that you need. It's only God that's going to do it. So you have to have enough faith in your own products and creativity. And then you have to go to God about it. So that would be my advice. Truly just create, like stay in your lane, like create a lane and stay in it, and have faith that what you have created, God will not play you out of that position.
Right. I do feel like that's so true, because where does it come from in the beginning? It comes from God, right? That purpose, like you were saying, that passion. So let's talk about the design process, because you have come up with things that I've never seen before. I'm actually wearing a pair of your jeans now. But where does your creative process come from? What inspires you? Where do these all amazing designs that we're seeing from, where do they come from?
Honestly, I get inspired in my brain. Like for the majority of it, I get inspired from previous designs. So I've always been inspired by menswear. I love sweats. I love basketball shorts, a good basic t-shirt. Like I'm always inspired by essentials, but I want to create not so basic basics. That's my goal.
The way you just said that, not so basic basics.
That's literally my goal. I want to create like your favorite pair of jeans, but they stand out, and when you see them, everybody's like, "Oh my gosh!"
Can I just say I appreciate the stretch though?
Thank you.
Yes. It hugs the curves, but it makes sure we can all wear them.
We can all wear them.
Very inclusive.
Exactly. So I think that's something that also inspires me. It's just women. I feel like we have created a brand where we see ourselves. I purposely seek models that aren't necessarily signed models or looked at as models. Our models have become like family to us. Like they're like,
I feel like I know them.
Sisters. Yes, like they're like my sisters. I love my models. So it's like we go in girls' DMs like, "Oh, you fly? Can you be a model?" We ask our customers to be ambassadors. We're like, "You took amazing content. Can you be an ambassador for us?"
First of all, I got a DM and y'all reposted. I was like, "Oh my gosh, they saw my content."
So I feel like I'm inspired by seeing women in their daily walk as irregular girls and irregular people, and it inspires me to create the next thing. So I'm at a place now where I'm truly inspired by my customers. So when people comment and say, "Make this in red," okay, I'm sketching some red stuff. You know, I wish I could wear it this way. I'm a little more curvy. Do you have this size? So I really just create based off what my customers desire at this point. So I want to take like your basic tee and corset it. I want to take your basic jeans and put cutouts on our thighs. I want to take your basic hoodie and corset that. I just want to definitely just show how sexy women can be, but also make sure that we feel comfortable, covered, and make sure that we have great quality. So I would say all those things inspire me.
And because you do have such innovative designs, which I personally love, how does it feel when you kind of notice other people maybe taking pieces of your designs?
I used to get offended. Like when I was younger, I would be like, "Oh my gosh," I would be reposting what a brand, "You took my stuff."
Tagging them.
I want this down. I'm at a place now where I understand the industry. It sucks. We are the most unprotected creatives, fashion designers. And we have so many amazing Black-owned brands where we create these pieces, we work so hard on them, and then they're taken by bigger brands and sold for pennies compared to what we're selling for. So it sucks. I honestly don't get offended no more. I literally had somebody DM me a couple days ago a picture of a brand that literally took not just our outfit, but our content and is posting it as theirs.
Stop.
Yeah. Like it happens, but I don't feel away anymore. I honestly didn't even respond. I was just like, here we go again. I'm at a place now where we just contact our attorney. Our attorneys.
That's a flex.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. You said we all responded. Just contact my attorney.
Yeah. We got another one, you know, get this taken
drop coming soon.
And honestly, there's only so much protection we have. So sometimes we have had bigger brands that are in good faith, like, you know, we will remove this product. Thank you for reaching out. And then we have some, like a huge brand, one of the biggest fast fashion brands right now. They ended up, we got in touch with their attorney and we had a call with their attorney, and their attorney was like, "Well, it's nothing you guys can do. because
Wow.
it basically has to be identical down to like.
And they change one thing.
They change one thing. They can change the length by 2 inches, and it's not your product.
Oh, and they know that.
So that's what they do.
Yeah.
But there are certain opportunities where we can be protected, and we can patent certain things, and we can protect in certain areas. Copyright, if you have like a label that has like sayings and so much on T-shirts and things like that. So it depends on what you're producing, but it's not cheap to protect a product. This is why bigger brands are protected. Like it can cost you like $12,000 to protect one design. And then we got to cover legal fees. We got to go back and forth for years sometimes. So it's like, sometimes you got to think, is it worth it? In the long haul, I think the best thing to do is take advantage of social media. That has been our saving grace. So our irregular girls don't play about us. They will comment like, this is from Irregular Exposure. Da, 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 da.
Okay. Tag y'all and everything.
Yes. Sometimes we'll comment. It depends on how spicy we feeling. This is our stuff. Take this down. We have our attorney reach out, and then sometimes we do make a lot of noise, and eventually it gets taken down. But then you have some brands that don't care about the noise you're making. They see the noise. We've had one of the biggest brands that I was talking about earlier. They just blocked us. Like they got hundreds of comments from our girls. Like,
this is blocking each person.
Just blocked us as a brand.
Oh, wow.
And me, I was like, y'all got to be kidding me.
And you. So that's how they,
that's what they do. Oh, we had another one do that earlier this week. The one I was mentioning earlier this week. It was another big brand. Somebody tagged us. We went on their page to see it, and we saw we were blocked.
So you're gonna keep it cute. You're not gonna say no names. So keep it cute. Okay.
Oh,
I'm not gonna give them no.
I'm at a point where I can't do that.
We're not gonna free promotion.
No, I'm at a point where I can't do that.
I respect it. But speaking about social media and marketing, you guys have like really, really cornered that market. I feel like with your customers, with your audience. Can you talk a bit about that and how it kind of sets you apart?
Yes, our marketing is creme de la creme.
Agreed.
I feel like I owe a lot of that to our director of marketing that's off camera.
We gotta bring her on camera. Come on.
I know I keep talking about her, but she's a big part of this.
Yes. You could do your strut over here. Come around this way so you can see the whole outfit.
Yes.
Okay.
Give it a look.
Oh my gosh. Can you get her in the
yes. So our marketing is so amazing because we have a team dedicated to marketing. I feel like people don't understand that, and business owners, in a nutshell, I feel like sometimes business owners try to do everything.
Yeah,
that's where they fail. And I love marketing, but I knew that with us scaling and where we had our negative $32 day, I was like, okay, we're doing too many things on our own. We're hustling and getting as much as we can done. I'm being an author, then I'm being a designer in 2 hours, then I'm going to class later on to understand financial and funding and investment. So I've been in classes for over a year on finance and funding, which is so crazy because we went broke while I had just graduated from my program with honors. But my mentor was like, honestly, you were doing nothing wrong. I think you're truly being tested by the market. And I wanted someone that does not look like me and look like
bring a new perspective.
Yes, I wanted a new perspective. We have an amazing assistant, marketing assistant. She is from North Korea. She has opened our eyes to things we never imagined as far as international marketing. We're on apps I've never even heard of now. Like it's insane. So I feel like our marketing is definitely very diverse. We have different eyes than you would even expect, really looking at what's happening in the market. Our marketing is killer because we pay attention to the culture. So Irregular Exposure follows all the blogs, Shade. We pay attention to what Young Miami's talking about.
I love that.
They put out the song Act Bad. We had an Act Bad sale.
Yes, I was here for the sale.
Yes, and the girls come to me. We are a Black-owned brand, so the girls come to me like, Jess, what's going on? And I got to tell them, gotta give them the tea. Like, all right, y'all. So Carisha put out Act Bad. Yesterday I was like, we need a promo. We got to get these sales.
Y'all are quick too.
Oh, we're quick.
Yes.
So we also know the right pricing is gonna do it. So we just make sure that we have our formula perfected whenever we put any product out, and we always make the products. We want you to feel like you're getting a discount when you see our stuff because of how luxurious you feel.
The quality is for sure.
Yeah. So we want you to see the quality, but also feel like, dang, I got this quality, but my homegirl runs the brand. We want you to feel like this is your homegirl at Irregular Exposure. Like, this is your sis. This is the brand that you would wear to the club, but you would also wear it right after an interview for cocktails and happy hour. Like, we want you to feel like this is your sis. And when you come to us, yes, it's going to be a luxurious brand with beautiful models, but they're going to be acting bad. And yeah, I have a team fully dedicated to marketing all day. Like that is their job. So I have two people now that do that. Well, three people. We also have an ads team. I'm responsible for being the designer and CFO. So I'm the financial officer. I'm responsible. I have classes I take right now for finance and funding. So we're all trying to be the best we can in our positions.
I feel like that's a true sign of a leader. You get people that are really smarter than you to do their roles and empower them to go and do their thing. And it sounds like that's what you guys are doing. And it's clearly working.
That's what we do. Thank you.
So I feel like you said so many things and you talk about more about the back end of the business. And I think for a lot of people like me, I love fashion and we all think about, the creative, the fun, the beautiful part. But can you talk a little bit more about like the back end? Like maybe you talked about your suppliers, like in China, you talked about the finance part. And I know you went into that a little bit, but maybe can you walk us through like the process or like what a day in the life looks like for you?
Wow, day in life, every day looks different. A day in the life for me, I'm probably starting between like 6 and 7 a.m. First things first, I'm going into my closet with my little prayer journal and writing out my list of prayers for the day, opening my Bible, playing my worship music, and talking to God. I don't even time it. I try to give myself as much time as I need. I might be in there for 45 minutes, 30 minutes, 15 minutes,
What's
an
your
hour.
favorite worship song right now?
Oh, man. I would say today I listened to Encourage Yourself. I just got so inspired by that. Maverick City.
Oh my, everything they do, I love.
Take Me Back by Maverick is probably my absolute favorite. That's my I like that. Will do it every time. I be like, in the closet like very, very grateful.
I know
so yes, so that's every morning. After that is the gym. So I try to go to the gym, get my mental health right, body, spirit, just be motivated in the gym. After that, go home, get dressed, and either come here or work from home or wherever I choose to work from that day. I've been trying to get creative and go to new places. I'm going to like hotel lobbies, Soho House, like just getting super inspired and creative in new environments. And just being in the culture, seeing who I connect with, seeing who comes up to me and asks a question, like just connecting.
Are people recognizing you when you like out?
Yeah, people know. They'll know who I am, or they'll just be like, oh, I think you're a designer. So yeah, people recognize me. But yeah, I would say that we just work. My day consists of me studying for finance. I'm never going broke again. So now that I got some coins, I'm studying every detail. I know my percentages. I know my margins. Oh, Josie now when she run a sale, you gotta bring that margin down. That is too high. We need to stay at a 41%. That is the average right now. Like I don't play by my numbers right now. So that's where I'm at all day is running the numbers. In addition to that, I'm designing a lot, but I don't design all the time. I got to be in a space to want to design. So it's hard sometimes being a CEO, then trying to be a creative. So I'll be in a design bag or design space for a moment. Where it's like 2-3 weeks, I'm just designing. But then there's other times where I'm focused on other projects. So yeah, I'm working probably like 6 to 8 hours out of the day. Sometimes it depends. Last week, I had plenty 16-hour days. So it depends on what's needed.
Okay, so you have shared so much of your story that I would love to kind of keep this going with this series. As you know, Black is the New Fashion is really all about Black designers and creatives that are impacting and influencing the industry. So who should we talk to next?
I have to nominate a couple people.
Please do.
I'm first going to nominate Naya Ashley.
Okay.
She's a stylist. An amazing style. Like the girls, you got to go through her to get dressed. She's from DC, I believe, but she's in Atlanta. She is phenomenal. Another person I would nominate is Shay Elizabeth. She's based in Philly.
I've heard of Shay.
Okay. So she owns LIS Boutique. I'm nominating her because her style. I think style is very important. And I think that with this amazing platform that you have, there's so many people that are going to be watching that are just like inspired and they want to be designers. For. Yes, that's what's gonna happen. And I feel like with that inspiration, they need to hear from people that it looks like it happened overnight, but it really didn't. So I would definitely nominate them.
Okay, well, I appreciate that. I appreciate your candor, your transparency, letting us know about that negative $32 day.
Yes.
I love it all. I definitely know this will inspire so many, including myself.
Thank you.
So please tell us where we can get the book, where we can shop, where we can follow, all of that.
Yes. So follow us online at Irregular Exposure on all platforms. You can follow me at Irregular_Jess on Instagram and TikTok. I'm a TikToker now.
Same.
I do all the dances. You can buy the book and shop my brand, Irregular Exposure, at irregularexposure.com. And yeah, we have some amazing fire pieces over there. We have some new releases, and we have the book and Irregular Love Story. So check us out there.
Thank you so much, Jess. I
Thank
appreciate the
you.
time, the stories, and thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow us on all social platforms at Black is the New Fashion, and stay tuned for who we will be talking to next. Maybe one of the people that you actually referred.
Yes.
So I'll see y'all soon.